It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show. That's yes.
And that's Sasha.
Follow us everywhere that you want to. Cool Nerd Weed Show. So every so often we like to do this. You know, I have been in many states in the last month, and each state has been different with their legalization. I went from completely legal in California to Tennessee, where it's like a small fucking like felony to even have like a nug on you.
Yeah,
like you will be locked up forever. And I would never, ever, ever be in that state with weed. Point blank. It sucks. I hope it changes. But Tennessee, I went from California, Tennessee, back to fucking New Jersey and New York. Well, New York is, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but New Jersey. So I have access to weed, and that has been quite lovely. But each state has been different, and your state may have just legalized. Your state may have just legalized. You may be from Maryland, maybe. And you may be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm used to getting traditional market weed from my traditional market guy, or no weed at all. Well, we have the solution for you. We are also available. Always DM us. We are open, and we're very open about being open to helping you, especially per state. We know, even though we don't go to all the states, we know a lot about, you know, as much as we can, and we'll look at the products and we'll let you know from our expertise what we think. We're not doctors or anything, but like that's, you know.
Send us some menus, send us your questions.
We will answer you.
Us.
We have, oh my God, I'm sitting on a joint. Literally, there was a joint stuck to my leg. Wow. But we have questions. We have help for you that you can open up to your Budtender about, right?
Yeah, there's some questions that you should ask your Budtender to help your Budtender help you.
It's really what they're there for, is to help you, to make your day.
Yes. And because there's no like universal United States budtending school or
no, and that's awesome. I love the different vibe of each budtender I've gotten in each state. It's very, very unique to the state. There's also like so many different things to know and remember in each state that like it's just been a real trip to see how each dispensary operates, and I really like appreciated it. So yeah, one size doesn't fit all, but you know, they're really ultimately just there for you. They're literally there for you. You know, that they want to know the best thing to give you. So you can help them do that.
Yes. Help us help you. First, you know, if you have some questions, you could do a little research before you go to the shop.
Sure.
It's very easy to find menus.
So, yeah.
People come in all the time with screenshots of product that they've seen online. That's very helpful.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. If you know what you want, if you've heard, I mean, because that's really what weed is, right? Like word of mouth. Like I tried this stuff and it was really good for this, or I saw this on this and I want to try it. And, you know, what better way to like, and we didn't really always have that. You know, we didn't have that at our disposal because everything was like different all the time. So that's a pretty cool part of legalization, is that you can just be like, you can point to a product and be like, this is something I want to try. So fucking don't be ashamed of it. And if it doesn't go right the first time, let me just say this as a disclaimer. It's okay, man. I promise you, weed is, listen, unless like you have like an adverse reaction to weed, that's something that you have to take up to with your doctor, and that, you know, whatever. But if you get a little bit too high the first time because you're not used to weed and this is your first time, take a minute, breathe. Don't try it again until you're ready, obviously, until it's gotten out of your system and you have like the bad taste out of your mouth, but don't let it ruin it for you. Definitely like know that we have your back and we're not going to overprescribe you or tell you to take, we're on your side. We want you like, and if it doesn't go wrong, it's okay. Don't be embarrassed, because I get too high literally every day. And I'm just like, shit.
We're in the danger zone.
Extra gummy. Yeah, exactly. I might be not awake in the next half hour. So yes, just with that in mind, right? Is that dumb to say? Very insecure,
No. After you've done your research, you feel comfortable coming in. How do you want to consume? Number one, how would you like to consume your cannabis? Would you like flower? Do you smoke? Do you eat lozenges or gummies, as they're called on the West Coast? Do you need a topical? Do you like beverages? Do you even know that there's tinctures in beverages? We have like Jones Colas now. Like, what the fuck?
In any way, shape, or form, you can consume your weed, which is pretty great.
Do you want to vape? Do you need mints? Let us know. How are you going to consume? I ask these questions too, but you should probably have an answer. Some people don't have any answers for you.
Yeah, that's true. It's new. It's new
like
to so many people.
Totally, yeah. And people come in and they're totally overwhelmed.
It's overwhelming. I mean, it's like if you don't know anything about it, it's difficult for people who even know stuff. Like it's because it's such a rapidly changing industry, and it's like an industry like no other. So like we're all learning here. You know what I mean? So just because we're all learning and growing. So yes, if you don't have an answer for that, we'll help you.
We'll help you get there. We'll help you get there eventually.
We want to be, we want to be as helpful as we can. And again, how we talk about weed is always changing. So you don't come in asking for THC percentages. You come in asking for terps, which is a very well-educated consumer. We need to be on top of our game, and we need to know our shit. That was something that was imprinted in us in when I was working anyway. We needed to know our shit, because if we didn't, that was fucking embarrassing. And
totally.
Then you'll know your shit, and then you'll be like an expert. Come in and be like, give me that dank ass hyphy. Okay, so
what do you want to do with your cannabis?
To do with your cannabis? Now, this is a very good question. Some people, a lot of people, I think a lot of people when we were back in the day, it was medical. You found relief.
To talk about it.
Right, in medical terms. Yeah.
We tried to avoid saying things like this will get you high and other non-medical terminology.
Right. We couldn't. Yeah, exactly. Like we couldn't call it what it was. We called it medicine. Just that. Like that's just what we called it. Donations were what you paid with. So it was all a very, and that was for a lot of reasons. But it also gave it it was comforting in a way because it was medicinal. Now, if you it doesn't if you don't want it for medicinal purposes, you just want to get you just want to relax or whatever it is for you.
Whatever it is.
That is very personal, and that is totally okay. But it does affect where we steer you. If you just want to get through the day, if you're like me, that's different. If you just want to come home and pull up a sesh and listen to your CDs, you can that's something else, and we have other stuff to recommend for you there. It's a
question I'll ask. What are you getting into today? What do you want to get into?
Yeah, that's such a good question. That's a really good question. Yeah, what are you up to? What are you up to this weekend? You want to grab something for this weekend?
Some people I've got a bunch of errands. I got to clean the house. I'm like, you want something that you can get the job done and be happy doing it.
You're getting a vape. I got you. Yeah. I love those moments when you can have somebody be like, I don't know what I want. And be like, well, tell me more about yourself. Fucking love those moments, man.
Yeah. I've had a stressful week. I need something to knock me the fuck out and forget my whole week. I'm like, I got you.
I got you on 7 grams. How about that? I'll put 5 on it. It's a good feeling for us when we get to help you. So yeah, if you just want to know what you're using your cannabis for, what sort of place you're trying to find that relief, because you will find it and we will find it for you. So these are all great questions. This is a very practical question. This next one, how much do you want to spend? This matters.
Yeah.
You have choices. You do.
It does. And, sometimes I don't think to me, it's not an awkward conversation, but some people feel awkward talking about money for one reason or another. But it's a really good question. You can steer the budget. People will come in and say, I have $100 and I want this, this, and this. I'm like,
Right.
okay, let's figure this out.
Yeah, then we can work with
We'll
you.
get you there. Others will just they won't tell you. And then when they'll ask for the best and you show them the best, and then they want to be mad at you because you showed them something that was $85 for an eighth. So,
well, here's the thing, people get really, really stunned and I am people, still to this day, when you see that price tag and you're like, oh shit, and then just in the traditional market, it's very sticker shock, and you don't get that in the traditional market if that's what you're used to, obviously. So it's like a different sort of thing, and you can definitely get something that's good for you. You know what I mean? Legal weed is going to be good weed for the most part, even legal weed, even mid-legal weed is still good. So
for sure.
It's, if you can do it within your budget, and you certainly can, there's always something for every budget. And if you want to be a baller, you play on, and we can help you with that too.
Eighths start at $15.
They sure do. Get joints, and you get I mean, that's one thing.
It's
I'm glad got better.
Joint.
It was a little nerve wracking for a minute. It was oh my God, small. Like things that we used to do, like compassion and stuff like that. We were like, oh no.
Yeah.
But I feel like it got much better because there's a lot of weed in the world, and we can spread it out. This is a good question. Do you ask this question? How intoxicated do you want to be, and for how long?
Well, number one, I never use the word intoxicated for what the fuck, Leafly.
Intoxicated.
All right, I thought we were better than that. I do.
We would say medicated, probably, right?
Probably.
What effects do you want to feel, and for how long?
So, how strong? Trying to steer somebody into a dose, into a dosage. What's your tolerance? People will tell you, and then it would take a huge brownie to sedate you.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's you have
my tolerance is
tolerance,
very high.
So we're gonna get you those 20 milligram per gummies.
yeah, it's crazy
to help you out, so you don't have to eat really 7 grams of sugar to.
I know, you saw on the Instagram live. I ate my weight in Mike Tyson edibles. I mean, I'm definitely feeling something, but I also had a bunch of Lost Farms before that, and I smoked, and I have a little cold, so I feel like I'm feeling something, but yeah, so sugary, it's so sugary, but yeah, I need tolerance.
How long? What do you need to do? Some people are like, I've got a 20-hour flight ahead of me. I'm like,
well,
all right,
CBN, bitch.
CBNs, some edibles. Timing is everything. Timing is everything for sure.
We have the help for you. So how discreet do you need to be? This is a fair question. Have you ever asked that?
This is good.
I don't know that I've ever asked that.
People say,
I guess you could always be if you're staying in a hotel, this is a good recommendation. I don't know.
This was good around holiday time because people were coming in. They want edibles. They're going to be around their family. They want vapes. They're going to be around kids or their family that has kids, and they just want to have a little gummy or walk away and do a little quick vape without stinking up the place like I enjoy, bringing the skunk around. And
it's always me.
It's always that mysterious skunk shows up right before. But how discreet do you want to be? Well. People come in and they say my partner doesn't really like the smell.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, that's a big one.
I just want some vapes, and I don't want the live resin ones because those stink.
Those do actually smell. Yeah, they do.
I'm like, okay, I got you.
Yeah, for sure.
Got you on the regular vapes.
Yeah, that's a good question to know when you're going in. That's advanced. How discreet do you want to be? If you go into a dispensary and you're like, I am staying at my homie's and I feel weird, mints are great. Low dose mints. And if you want to smoke weed, if you want to have weed inside you, then there's plenty of vapes.
Yeah, there's so many devices.
And you should take a J just in case you go outside.
That are discreet. Yes, you should always have an emergency.
It always is helpful to have
sealed up nicely. There's always in case of an emergency, break glass, but don't break the glass. Just twist the top.
Yeah. Don't do that. That's reckless.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
As soon as you walk away, and it's safe to be loud and proud.
Yeah, man. Listen, I like to wear my weed flag very proud. I don't know. Times they are changing. It is much more accepted. People know that I'm the person to talk to and whatever. But I feel like people are getting braver. You know, when they hadn't before, they would turn to weed now, which is pretty cool. So I'm hoping it seems more approachable. You know what I mean? It is overwhelming, but we are here to be helpful. And listen, like I keep saying, listen. Like if it is not to your liking the first time you smoke, then that, or you consume, then we ask away. If you're done for a little while, that's fine too. But I just always want to encourage people to be open-minded to our suggestions because we'll always have them. Right?
Yes, we're here for you. The nerds are here for you.
Yeah, the nerds are here for you. We encourage you to try new things, especially like if you're in like a mad legal place like Colorado or LA and there's like every product known to mankind. Try that shit.
Try them all, but not all at once.
Yeah, and if you're going to get the Mike Tyson bites, just know that they're not ears. Just in case you cared about that thing. That's
disappointing as fuck.
You know, I was looking forward to ears, but I guess that like says some things about us.